So just heading out on another hike with Scout this morning. And today we're doing the Stokes Hill Lookout hike from Willow Springs. It's about 2.5 hours, but I expect it to take a little bit longer because I'm actually going to be making some markers along the way to help people know where to go. And Scout's having a good sniff. So yeah, hopefully it'll be a nice walk, and I know the top of Stokes Hill there's some stunning views, so looking forward to it. So this is the first marker, if you like, first sign, and we are going to be going off to the right, the Stokes Hill Lookout. I'm looking behind me for her. Careful, careful, careful! She was at the top of that ridge there. What the fuck are you doing up there? I assume this is the bit you both mentioned where people get confused and that they think maybe it's that path to the right. I mean, this is a bit overgrown now, what might have been a track here, but you can't miss the post, so yeah. Okay, so there's the marker. I've walked back on myself along the gully, but the way the marker sends you is straight on onto that ridge line up there. But yeah, that's probably not the best way. If you just come down into the gully, I'm going to put a marker on this tree, a nice big one so they can see it. That is a much easier way to get down here than following that really rocky, craggy line and then down there. Like, that would be a bit dangerous. And what happened is I went across and then straight up by that tree, and then I just kept going up and up. It was not clear at any point to come down. So yeah, that's my suggestion. Not far from where I was, and I know because I saw it from above, there's another marker ahead. But as the creek bends slightly, I've put another across, just to reassure people they're in the right direction, because obviously there's not really a path. So feeling a little bit anxious on this walk about Scout. Hang on a second. So I was about to say I'm feeling a little anxious on this walk because earlier, when we were in more open ground, there was 2 eagles. I wasn't sure if it was 1 or 2 to start with, but it circled a few times and didn't swoop, but came down pretty low. And then all of a sudden, there was 2 of them, one slightly behind the other, and they were not dive bombing, but they were coming down real low, like directly towards where Scout was. So I called her, and not gonna lie, I panicked a little, so I called her quite loud and repeatedly, and it seemed to scare them off, and she also came to me, so I put her on her lead. And then we were going through the gully, so I let her back off the lead. But just as we got to that little open bit there, not much, just that bit you saw, Scout was just up here, and as I started to record, I saw the eagle come back in, and it was low. It's only one of them again, but it was low, and I called Scout, and I think she knows because she was like stayed in the tree line behind her all the way. She was coming to me, and then when she got to the last tree and there was no cover, she just stood under that tree and waited for me to come to her, and she was looking up at the sky. So I think she actually realizes there's an element of danger. But yeah, been keeping her on the lead again for a while. Still a nice walk for her, but she does love exploring. Oh, another marker. As we came down into this creek, I could see that I had to come down into it, but I wasn't sure if I was meant to go up the bank or down here. And there was a tiny bit of blue still tied onto a tree. So because I knew about that, I went that way, but I've put a marker on one of the trees on the other side of it to make it clearer. Now, I'm hoping to see some sort of marker. Oh, I'm hoping to see some sort of marker. Woo, shit. Not too far from here, just to reinforce. Yep, that is right, because you could be mistaken for thinking it was wrong. I think I will put a cross on that tree in front of us, just to reassure people. So, I can see there's a piece of blue here, and I'm not sure if that means to go straight ahead or up that path there. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep going straight ahead, and I'll just keep an... no, I can see a piece of blue in the trees in the distance. So, let me just double check. I'm sure I saw something. Yep, okay. So in that case, I need to make another marker. Okay, so I've only just hit Skytrack, which, given how far I walked, I would have expected to have hit it already. But there you go. So we're going to go backwards along Skytrack now. So I've reached this one here, and I'll be honest, because it's set up the hill a bit, I'm not 100% sure where you want me to go. It could be up that hill, or it could be that creek, because it's not straightforward, that's for sure. I don't think it's up Skytrack, and I'm gonna guess the creek, but it would be better placed maybe there, in front of that tree instead, or that side of the creek, or just lower down. Yeah, like here. But I guess you're worried about cars hitting it. Anyway, I'm going to try the creek. Hopefully I'm right. Okay. It might just be me. But does this not look like a big hipped, big booty lady doing the splits from behind? I know, maybe just me. As I hit that Skytrack again, I worried, and then I saw this just in time. So it was through the creek. And I'm continuing through the creek. Okay, so there's a marker on the other side of that tree. That one. How did I fly get in there? Anyway, and so I took it as keep going on the creek. And there's this massive tree, so now I'm wondering if I'm meant to have gone up the hill. Flies are bad, man. Okay, so I went past that big tree and kept following the creek. But I'm still not sure if I'm going the right way. I climbed up onto the... I don't know why I said that twice. I climbed up onto the ridge at one point to see if I could see any markers up there or further down in the creek. And I couldn't. So I decided to keep following the creek. But I'm not sure at all if it's the right way. And I couldn't get hold of anyone on the radio. But I haven't marked it because I don't want to mark the wrong way. So I did just make a video and realised I'd actually taken a photo instead. But basically, I'd walked along that creek. I tried going up the hill, now down, back into the creek. And I just decided when I got to, like, just over there. Hang on, yeah. Scout, stop pulling my arm. Over there, that I'd obviously gone the wrong way. But to make it easier, instead of going back through the creek, I was just walking out to the road to go up, because the Skytrack had been following the creek, and it would just be an easier walk, because that was pretty difficult to navigate on that creek. And as I walked up onto the road, I saw this marker. And if I'd actually been recording, you would have heard my shocking surprise. But I'm also glad that, yeah, that was actually a pretty stressful 10-15 minutes. And I was convinced I'd gone the wrong way. So that bit definitely needs a marker. Like, maybe on that big tree that's like a dam, to say to go that way, and then maybe a couple of others along, just to reassure people. I'm not really sure where the heck I'm going to go now, though. I mean, it said straight, but I don't know. I'm going to stay up here rather than the creek for a bit. The flies are doing my head in today. They are thick and sticky.